Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Moose. After many awesome years at the Sharon Forge Library, reading and listening to lots of books filled with great adventures, I decided it was time to head out into the world on my own for a great adventure. And now it's up to you to figure out where in the world is Mr. Moose. It's time for Moose Mail! I got a message from Arjun. It says, "Dear Mr. Moose, I watched your last video, and I think I know where you are. You're on the continent of South America, in the country of Argentina, and in the region of Patagonia." That is correct. P.S. I think por favor means please, not thank you. You're right. I misspoke. I was so excited to be there. I guess I made a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Thanks for bringing it up. I've got a quick stop in New York City on my way to my next continent. I don't have a lot of time, so I want to share some of my snapshots from the highlights of my trip. These vagabond hoofs are longing to stray right through the very heart of it, New York, New York. I wanna wake up in the city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap, a number one. I love New York. It makes me wanna sing. Wow, I made it to Central Park. Did you know Central Park has 58 miles of pathways? It has 7 bodies of water. I thought I might find some animals. Hey, ducks. Hey, ducks, Mr. Moose here. Do you like living in Central Park? Okay, nice talking to you. Wow, I love Central Park. It's so cool. One of the things I really wanted to see was this statue of Hans Christian Andersen. He's one of my favorite authors, and one of my favorite stories he wrote, The Ugly Duckling. I like this story. He also wrote The Little Mermaid. Many of his stories have been retold in books and movies and graphic novels. I'm going to fly to his home country. Here I go. Time to head to my next continent. I am flying over the Atlantic Ocean. This continent I'm going to has Asia to the east, Africa to the south. Remember Africa, right? That was fun. And then it has the Arctic Ocean to the north. That sounds pretty cold even for a moose. We have landed in Copenhagen, Denmark, and found Hans Christian Andersen again. Although he's known mainly for his folk tales, he was a travel writer as well. Hey, that's kind of like me. Do you think he would have made videos if he was around today? Maybe. He would have traveled the world like me, making videos. Maybe he'd be a YouTuber. This is the flag of Denmark. It's pretty different. Looking at this, it reminds me of something. It's a cool flag picture. What does it remind me of? I know! Legos! Legos were created here in Denmark. They were originally made of wood. The word Lego is actually an abbreviation for 2 Danish words. Leg, Godt, meaning play well. Pretty appropriate for Legos. I love Legos. That's awesome! It's raining Legos! I love Denmark. Oh, I was having so much fun in Denmark, Copenhagen. I was running late when I arrived at the ferry landing, but I made it. Whew. I'm traveling across the North Sea to the Faroe Islands. The water's a little rough, so I'm gonna hunker down until I get there. I don't know if moose were meant to go on the rough seas. We've arrived on some islands, the Faroe Islands. The people who live here speak Faroese. To say hello, they say hallo. To say goodbye, they say farewell. Kind of like farewell. Makes sense to my moose mind. There are more sheep here than people. Many of the homes have grass roofs. It's volcanic. To understand how these islands formed, let's cut to Professor Moose. You have probably heard the idea of plate tectonics. That's the Earth's outer layer, made up of large moving pieces or plates. They're really big. These plates are constantly moving, but very slow. Really slow. When plates move, they may bump into each other and form mountains. Or they may move apart from each other, allowing melted rock, which is called magma, to rise up. The Faroe Islands were formed in this same way, along the edge of the Eurasian plate. The amazing part is that these islands are no longer in an active volcanic area because the plates kept moving. But Mr. Moose is heading on an island where there is a lot of volcanic activity. Thanks, Mr. Moose. You're pretty smart. I'm back on the boat. You can see part of the island I'm going to right behind me. We found some humpback whales. Something cool about whales, they don't have teeth like you and me. They have baleen. At least these ones do. It's a substance that allows them to take in krill and small fish and strain out the water through the baleen. It's kind of like straining spaghetti in the kitchen. Pretty cool, huh? Did you know that the Gulf Stream flows through this area? That makes the water here much warmer than you may think it is. That's not the only thing making this place warmer than you might expect. The hot liquid magma underground heats up the groundwater. When the water reaches a high temperature above the boiling point, it becomes steam, which forces the water out. And steam too goes out of the ground. Oh, just like that. That's awesome. You know, the word geyser comes from this island country and it means to gush. That really gushed. With the liquid hot magma so close to the surface here in this country, it can be used as an energy source. That's pretty cool. This country is called, or known as, the land of fire and ice. Fire because it has volcanoes. Ice because it has ice cream. No, I'm just kidding. Not because of ice cream. Because of glaciers. Just as cool. This is the Jokulsarlon Lake. It's a mouthful for a moose. You can see the glacier behind me. It's calving. Not having cows. But that refers to when ice breaks off of a glacier. Check this guy out. It's one of my favorite birds. An Atlantic puffin. He is a diving seabird. That's pretty cool. They can dive 150 feet plus. And they can stay underwater for up to 1 minute. Pretty good for a bird. They eat fish, plankton, squid, and they often follow whales in search of food. Guess they have a whale of a time doing that. One of the coolest things you can see when you travel really far north happens right here. It happens mainly in the fall and the winter times. It's the Northern Lights, also known as the Aurora Borealis. I'm not sure I know exactly what makes all this really cool color happen. I don't think I understand it, but it's amazing to see. This cool structure behind me is my final destination, on the north side of this awesome, incredible, really cool island. Download my travel journal to figure out where in the world is Mr.